and today's research presentation will be on a systematic literature review being conducted on the neuroimaging characteristic of transgender men and women. Transsexualism results from gender dysphoria, which is the feeling of discomfort or distress that might occur in people whose gender identity differs from their sex assigned at birth or sex-related physical characteristics. There are two different populations that are going to be extracted for the systematic literature review. The first population has not undergone sexual reassignment and/or has not received hormonal treatment, and the second population are those who have received gender-affirming hormone treatment and/or have undergone sex reassignment surgery. At the moment, the leading hypothesis is that there is a feminization in the brain for a transgender woman, with brain morphology in the group taking on characteristics of that of cisgender women. Sex hormone steroids have been proved to play a pivotal role in the development and function of the central nervous system and could lead to differences between transgender male and female brain morphology when compared to cisgender male and female brain morphology. Sex hormone steroids influence neural development during puberty and have been associated with gray matter structural differences in various regions of interest. Receiving hormonal treatment can be associated with gray matter volume decrease or increase depending on the region in question and the type of hormonal treatment being received. However, studies to date have been small and the results somewhat heterogeneous. The objective of the systematic literature review is to evaluate these studies for commodities. In order to determine which articles are going to be used for the systematic review, only studies published in the English language between 1990 and 2021 were retrieved from the PubMed database, using relevant mesh terms. Such terms included neuroimaging, transsexualism, headache, transgender male/female, sex reassignment, hormone treatment, and gender dysphoria. The abstracts of the resultant articles were obtained and then reviewed to determine their applicability. The first author rejected initially inapplicable articles based on their abstracts. The first and second author then reviewed the full text of the remaining articles for suitability. If author and second reviewer disagree, then the third author will be the tiebreaker and determine the applicability of articles. At the moment, the systematic review is at the point where articles are being reviewed for applicability. Some preliminary results include exposure to estradiol as part of gender-affirming hormone therapy is associated with smaller subcortical brain volumes in the right hippocampus in trans females, and in trans men, testosterone gender-affirming hormone therapy correlates to larger subcortical volumes in the postcentral gyrus, inferior parietal, and pericocarium. Subcortical regions of interest, including the thalamus and putamen, are smaller in cisgender females compared to trans females. The goal is to determine applicability of all articles in the near future and obtain results from the articles to analyze the conclusions that were made. In particular, the question that the systematic review aims to answer is whether there is a difference in neuroimaging characteristics between transgender men and women and cisgender men and women. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.